Hey guys, welcome to lesson 1 of our Lifeline Keys curriculum. What you guys are going to be seeing is me doing a video or a lesson with you guys and then Anthony doing the next one so you can get both of our perspectives. But before we start, I want to encourage you guys to practice and set goals for yourself. Take notes. Don't rush this process. We're going to be throwing a lot of information at you guys, and piano is not something you can pick up in a week or two or even 6 months. It's a process. And this curriculum is designed to have you guys ready on stage. Everything that you need to know is in it. So don't skip, don't cheat your way through this. Really give it a chance. Okay guys, can you see the whole thing? This is the keyboard. This is the one you'll be playing on when you're on stage. So each key on the piano represents a specific note in music. Like for example, you can kind of see how they're different pitches, like they all sound different. So each key on this keyboard is a different pitch. And we're going to teach you all of these, so do not stress. So standard pianos generally have 88 keys. This one's not a full 88, but it's close. I'm not exactly sure how many keys are on this one, to be honest. So keyboards generally range from 25 keys to 88. This one's probably around 61, I'm going to guess. That's black and white keys. So that's a lot of keys you got to know and hit, but it's not hard once you see the pattern. So there's a pattern on this keyboard, if you notice. You're going to see this one pattern repeat, and this is the pattern right here. So you kind of see 2 black keys, and then a set of 3 black keys, and then all kinds of white keys in between those. And if you see the groups of 2 black keys, they repeat. So you have one here, and here, and here, and here, and all the way up and down the keyboard. So each one of these is called an octave, and it basically has 8 notes. We'll go over that more in a later lesson. But for now, this is an octave right here, this group pattern. This pattern, it can repeat up to 7 times, but on this keyboard, it's probably around 5 or 6 full times. I'm not going to count it for sake of time. So in an octave, the first and 8th notes, octave meaning a group of 8 notes, the first and the 8th note are the same. So you can kind of see like in this group, this note right here is the same right here because this is where the pattern repeats. So these two are like the same pitch, and we're going to go over that more in detail. So in music, a pattern of 7 letter names repeats to name the keys or name the notes. I can't talk. So in music, we use the letters A through G. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G to name notes. And on a keyboard, these letter names name only the white keys. Forget about the black keys. Let's just focus on the white keys. That's going to make it so much easier to learn this keyboard if you focus on white keys first. So I'm not going to teach you guys A through G necessarily in alphabetical order. I'm going to teach you kind of like in keyboard order so you can understand this pattern better. So here we are. We're going to start right here. So like I said earlier, you have a group of 2 black notes. So we're going to focus on this little set right here, and I'm going to teach you these 3 white keys. So on the piano is a C instrument, meaning it mainly is centered around C. We're not going to go into too many technical terms on that, but just think, when you think of keyboard, you think of C. So here we are. These notes right here are C, D, and E. And this little group repeats all the way up the keyboard. So when you see 2 black keys, know that the 3 keys surrounding them are C, D, and E. Now, on the keyboard, it goes in alphabetical order like the alphabet. It just doesn't start on A. So you have C, D, and E, and then you have 3 black keys right here, this little group, this group of 4 white keys. It just continues. Like you have E right here, then you just continue in the alphabet. You have F, G, A, B, and then you start over at C. So all of this, I'm going to go over all of this with you. So remember this pattern right here. Can't stress this enough. Remember this. Because once you know this group, you're going to know every note on the keyboard because it repeats. So you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And those are your white names. Okay, now that we have this pattern down, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, we have all these white keys down. Like I said earlier, an octave is a group of 8 notes, and since this pattern repeats all the way up the keyboard, this C to this C is considered an octave. They're 8 notes apart technically. Just as like this C is equal to this C, this B is equal to this B. So just as this is 1 octave, this is 1 octave as well, because they are technically the same note. Okay guys, now I'm going to give you a challenge just to check your progress. In every lesson that we do with you guys, there's going to be a challenge at the end of it, so that way you can, it's a way of testing yourself and a way of us making sure you're on track, you're on progress with us, you're learning what we're teaching. So your challenge for this lesson is to find every note, A through G, on the keyboard in their corresponding octaves. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have C right here. We know that's C now. You're going to find the note name C all the way up your keyboard at home, however big it is. So like this. So I'm going to make it a goal for myself to find C. So I'll find C here, C, 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 and C. And what you're going to do is you're going to name random letter names out of those 7. You're going to say, oh, I'm going to find G now. And you'll find G. All the way up the keyboard, and you're going to do that for all the letter names until you have all these white keys memorized. And that is your challenge. And that was your first lesson on the journey to becoming a worship keyboard player.